Alright, all of you moviegoers out there, welcome back to the Indy Radio Arcade. And apparently, according to the Maestro, the next time we will have 3 shows in 1 month will be in October. Have us a monster mash for that one. But speaking of monsters, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time for us to go into another Jason Statham classic film for another edition of the 3MR. And the movie we have up to dedicate to Jason Statham to wrap up this vacation for this year is none other than the movie Death Race. A movie that is not only close to my heart, but the original version that was close to my dad's heart. Now, granted, we're not reviewing the original version, we're reviewing the remake that involved Jason Statham, but trust and believe me when I say this, we will review the original version of Death Race in the near future. Most likely near my dad's birthday as a birthday gift. I don't know. But besides that future birthday gift, folks, the meat and potatoes of this said film involves none other than Jensen Ames, former 3-time Raceway winner, now turned criminal due to the fact that his family was murdered and they accused him of it, finds himself on an island known as Terminal Island only for him to fight for his freedom in something called the Death Race as a mystical driver known as Frankenstein. Now, when I saw this movie compared to the original version, I always thought this movie reminded me of a combination of not only twisted metal with a little piece in there of, I guess, the movie The Rock. Because they're trapped on an island, racing around in circles trying to fight for their freedom. And yeah, one thing that I loved about this film, besides the music that was involved in it, also the amount of star power that they included in this said film. Not only featuring Natalie Martinez in this said film, who is not only featured in the movie Message from the King, but also featured during the movie End of Watch. But you also had, during this said film, Joan Allen, who played the warden during this said movie known as Hennessy, who was involved in 2 Bourne movies in her career. Nice. And to continue down this line of celebrities, folks, you also had Tyresse Gibson, who not only was responsible for the song Sweet Lady, but would move on from the music world to the movie world, involved in just about a good portion of the Fast and the Furious movies, but was also involved in a film known as Baby Boy. And before we forget, folks, he played Machine Gun Joe during this film. Yes, he took over the role of the original Machine Gun Joe, who is none other than Sylvester Stallone in the original version of the movie, which we had no idea it was Sylvester Stallone until our father pointed out to us, which was nuts. And oh, and thank you for reminding us, Maestro, speaking of insanity during this said film, not only you had the person who played 14K as Robert Shaw, who's better known as Liu Kang during the live-action Mortal Kombat series, but you also had Robert Lasardo, who was featured during the series Nip Tuck during this said film, but also you had the Kung Fu legend himself, none other than David Carradine, who was featured during the said film as well, who was a part of such TV series as Kung Fu The Legend Continues, and also involved during the classic movie series of Kill Bill. And Maestro said that movie's not old enough to be considered as a classic, but in my mind, with David Carradine in it, it's an instant classic. Now, another thing that I liked about the film, besides the explosions and all of the dangerous vehicles that were included, is the way that they made these vehicles that are modern day vehicles look like post-apocalyptic dangerous war machines that was featured during this film. And one of my favorite scenes in this said film has to be when not only Machine Gun Joe but also Frankenstein would team up to fight against the giant oversized monstrous vehicle called the Dreadnought. Not only because I'm a big fan of that word and the size of the vehicle in any game I've played that featured a Dreadnought, but the fact that this thing got taken down with one giant oversized spike ball, flipped on his head and just slammed to the ground, for Hennessy to lose her cool, slam the switch on the ground, and even looked like she was gonna kill somebody in that scene, which was nuts. And I think Ian McShane would say, now that's entertainment. Which was great line too. And seeing the fact that we don't know how to review movies along the lines of Siskel and Ebert or any of those other famous movie reviewers that you know of out there, we say this. If you want to watch a film that reminds you of a classic film gone by in the 2000s that would feature more sequels than less, featuring cars that would be in an extreme twisted metal version of Mario Kart with power-ups that are included on the tracks as well, with Jason Statham pulling off the best Frankenstein that he possibly could, then I recommend you go out there and watch that flick. And I'm pretty sure within the next couple of weeks it will be featured on FX. Because for some strange reason during the month of June, they do like to show a lot of action movies during that month. A little inside secret, the reason why in the world we call it the month of extreme. And I guess with that said, folks, we might as well head back into this music, and when we return, we'll be back with more of the Indie Radio Arcade right after a word from our sponsors. So don't run out of quarters just yet, folks, and stay tuned.